What's good, everybody? What's good? We're back with another deck profile, and today we're going to be doing Tri-Brigade Melffy. So, quick rundown of the video. We're going to go through a brief introduction, then a very fast card by card, and then we'll go into detail afterwards and to explain what the cards do and how they synergize and how they play into the deck. This deck, FYI, is not built to be very competitive. I really wanted to enjoy playing the Melffys, like just as much as the Tri-Brigade, if not even more. I already play like pure Tri-Brigade, so there's no point of really going nuts on, playing Tri-Brigade again, So although I love Tri-Brigades, which is why I built it kind of twice, I just want to play a lot of the Melffy cards. So I'll definitely explain some of the things that you can make the deck stronger if you want to replace a couple of the cards. I'll tell you what cards you can swap out. So very fast, let's go ahead and run through the card by card for those who just want to see what's in the deck. And then that way we can go into the deck after that. So we play triple Fractal, triple Karas, double Kit, double Nerval. We play triple Puppy, triple Calantosa, 3 is the way to go, double Caddy, double Hop Ear Squadron, double Alpha. We play triple Rescue Cat. We play 1 Valerie Fawn, 1 Mind Mole for the draw. We play triple Nimble Weaver for quick eggs, rank 2. We play 1 Apex Avian, 1 Tanky. We don't play the bear statue here. 1 Monster Reborn, Feather Duster, Colorgrave, at 1. You play for hand traps 3 Ash and 3 Imperm. And that's it for the main deck. And for the extra deck, we play double Shirag, 1 Rugal, the super's on the way, 1 Baron Blossom, Dragon Lords, a Morg, 1 Doom Eagle, 1 Zeus of course, double Melffy the Forest, 1 Joyous Melffys for Zeus, 1 Raccoon Sanduya, 1 Nat Beast, and double Herald of the Arclight. And that's the deck. So for those who just want to see what cards in the deck, well, there you go. Feel free to bounce if you don't have much time, or come back if you want to see how the deck all works and synergizes. And that's basically it. Man, shout out to the Megatons, huh? Amazing, right? Look at Fair G, so amazing. So, I love it. I love reprints, let me tell you. I love them. So I'm so glad that the cards got reprinted. We got rarity bumps for everything, really. It's awesome. I love them. I sold my Fractals way back when they were at the Ultras and they were pretty peaked out. I like proxy them in a little bit. I was trying to just be a budget player a bit. Figured I'd get the most out of them. But anyways, let's go ahead and go into the card by card and how the deck really works. So we got everybody here, we'll go and stay here with them. So triple Fractal, of course, we're going to play 3 of. It starts our Tri-Brigade engine, and it's Fractal. Everyone knows what it is. It loads up your graveyard with the Tri-types, and then at the end we get the search. Fractal is a 3 of for sure, because it starts it, especially since we lost Tenki down from 3 to 1. Karas is definitely a 3 for sure, because it's a level 2 beast, which is perfect with how the deck functions. We need level 2s, and specifically Beast helps with the synergizing of the deck in general. So definitely a 300%. Kit you can play 1 of. I bumped it up to 2 because I do want to kind of have more Tri-Brigade plays throughout the games. If I start to run out of resources in the grave, or I want to dig some more or load up the grave some more, the extra kit is pretty nice. Plus it's also a level 2 beast, so it's great. You can play 1 of if you want. Nerval, I think having 2 definitely is the way to go, because we can search out our Karas. That's the #1 target for our Nerval. And as you know, for Tri-Brigade stuff, a lot of it happens in the grave when we're searching for our Fractal plays. So running Gamma in this deck is amazing. Your opponent tries to Ash your Tenki, your Fractal, your Kid, or Nerval, you can punish them and then go to an Omega. It's great, it's great. So definitely something to consider if you can run a Gamma, run a Gamma. I'm not here once again. I want to play a little bit more casual. I want to have more fun with the deck than be very competitive. It's a good deck. Don't worry, it's a very good deck. I like it. I'm enjoying it. But that's just one thing you're gonna make more competitive. So for our targets for Melffy, we have Puppy. Puppy specials a beast from the deck, and our target is going to be Calantosa. If you want to make the deck more competitive, you can cut down this to 2 and this down to 2, and then put 2 more hand traps in there, or run Revolt. Oh yeah, FYI, as you've already saw, I don't run Revolt in here. I don't run Revolt. I don't want to run Revolt. I already have it in my pure Tri-Brigades. I just don't want to play the same deck twice, kind of. So I don't run it. Plus, I just don't want to. I personally don't want to. But I definitely, if you want to make it more competitive, you want to go to locals, if you want to, I don't know, hey, you know, enter YCS with this, hey, definitely add in the roll vaults for sure. At least 2 of them. I think 2 would be good for the deck. But yeah, you can cut out 1 from each if you like. But if you're playing 3 Puppy, you gotta play 3 Kanatosa. Have to, because if you have 1 of these in your hand, and then you've already used Puppy once already, you only have 1 left. That's it. I mean, you'll scratch that. If you already have 1 in your hand, and you use this already once, like, you're done. Like, your Kanatosa plays are done, and your Puppies are all dead. Like, they don't really have any more targets, so this is not worth it. It's not worth it. So I definitely recommend going for triple Kanatosa. Even if you run double Puppy, it's still worth running 3 Kanatosa with 2 Puppies. I 100% think that that's the way to go. But just as FYI. Now for our caddy, we run 2 caddies, and our targets are going to be either Hoppier or they're going to be Alpha. So caddy adds a beast, any beast to our hand, while Puppy has to be a level 2 or lower beast. It can be any. So if we add Hoppier, we can synchro summon on our opponent's turn, and Alpha is searchable. If you want to make this more competitive, cut 1, cut 1, cut 1. That's 3 more slots. You can add it for more hand traps if you like. Once again, I want to play more Melffy cards, so that's why I'm going with these ratios. But an ideal, really good play is, let's just say all you have is a Puppy and a caddy on the field, which is a great end board to have during your turn 1. What you can do is, during your opponent's turn, whenever you feel the time is right, you can, you special summon during your end phase. You can activate both at the same time, bringing them to your hand, right? You can special your Kanatosa through Puppy, right? Pop a card, add Hoppier to your hand with caddy, and then right afterwards, synchro summon using these 2, Tuna and 1 non-Tuna, into our Herald of the Arclight. And that's an amazing play because we get a pop, and then we get an Omni Negate right afterwards. And remember, its second effect where it'll banish a card instead of sending it to the graveyard. So definitely can disrupt your opponents. You know, use it quick because your opponents will typically beat over it very, very fast. So try not to hold off on it too much. Your opponent is going to try and bait it out, but there's a chance that they may also just beat over it. So just FYI, keep that in mind, you know. A good target for Kanatosa is whoever's in attack, because if you're going into this next, they're just going to run over it with a normal summon if you don't pop it. So just something to keep in mind when you're playing. Yeah, so that's it for our targets for our caddy and our Puppy. Remember, Alpha is there for the next turn if need be. Alpha is just amazing for the deck. You can play 1 if you like. I love playing that too. But remember, another thing to remember about the deck is that, as you can see from our monster lineup, we have little, small, weak monsters. It's very easy to have like 3 monsters on our side, and our opponent to have like 1 or 2, and we still meet the condition for Alpha. Like even with us having a bunch of monsters on the field, like, our monsters are pretty weak and pretty small. So like, we can have a solid board of cards out on the field, but then we still meet the qualifications for Alpha to start summon it. And because they're tri-types, right? The Beast Warrior, Winged Beast, and Beast, we can end up bouncing a lot of cards to our hand to bounce more than just one of opponent's cards to the hand. So definitely an amazing card for the deck. Definitely, I run 2. If you want, you can run only 1 and add some more hand traps in. But for me, like I said, I like to play the card, so I'm gonna go with 2. All right, next we play our Rescue Cat. Definitely a 3 of, 100% must be a 3 of. And our targets are going to be either 2 paths. Number 1, we can go for the Valerie Fawn and Mind Maul, and you can tell by their tribute and levels, we are going to target Nat Beast for that combo. So 1 normal summon is a Nat Beast. So definitely a great card to go into. Shuts our opponent off from spells, which mostly everyone needs spells. So definitely a great card to have in there. And if you, let's just say, don't want to go into Nat Beast, if our opponent's playing a trap heavy deck, or we just bricked and we like kind of ended up having one of these in our hand, which would suck, what we could do instead is we can go for either A, if you want to make it competitive, you can go for your Kit and your Karis play, and after that you can go into, now once again, I don't play this in this deck because I don't want to make it as competitive, but you can just go into your Baron Bomb, and then after that it'll be searchable through our Vault will be searchable afterwards, so just like you would in a regular Tri-Brigade deck, but I don't. So what I would do in my scenario, if I break through one of these in my hand, is instead of having these two, I will still keep the kit, right? Because I'm gonna end up wanting to search for that later on. But instead, I'm gonna go with a. Where you at? 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 Instead, we can go with a squadron, right? So this is another path you can take. Number one, we can go with the Nat Beast, or we can go with kit and hop your squadron, and then we can end up going with either A, Herald of the Dark Light, right? Because now we meet the qualifications, right? A tuna and a non-tuna, and then, or we can go into our Melffy of the Forest, and then we can search for our Melffy cards. I would number one go for the Nat Beast. Number two choice will be the Melffy of the Forest play, and then afterwards it'll be the Herald of the Dark Light. If for some reason I don't want to go into the Melffy of the Forest play. Now remember, you're going to want to end up sending this to the grave if you detach it with Melffy of the Forest, because you want its effect to activate to Foolish Burial the Nerval, right? That way we can search out our Curse. So that way we can further extend into our Tri-Brigade plays if we already haven't got them in our hand or opened up Fractal. So the 3 paths you can do with this deck with Rescue Cat. In my order, 1, 2, 3. All up to you though. You know, you kind of determine which one go after that. Let's go and clean up this board. Alright. I'm trying to make this quick. My profiles end up being too long, but I just don't know how these YouTubers like make them so short. Another thing I'm doing here is I'm actually having to like put everything back to normal again in the extra deck. That way it's presentable when I show you guys that. Anyways, Nimble Beaver, another one of our normal summons. This allows us for an easy rank 2. If that's the only play we have, normal summon, we can add another one we can special one from graveyard or from deck, and then we can go into an easy rank 2 for that. Apex Avion, I don't play the Barrier Statue combo here because you're going to want to protect the Barrier Statue, and we don't really have a reliable way of protecting it. But either way, I think the Omni Gate is perfectly fine. Your opponent's going to really have to like dig after hitting that some more, because Apex Avion is going to be coming back. We don't play much back row in this deck at all, so we typically will always on our end have a lot of spaces to bring Avion back, even if your opponent sets a couple of cards. They're going to have to set like basically all 5 really, you know. Or even, you know, we have 4 or 5 in order to really stop Avion from coming out, because we don't play much back row here. And then we play the 1 Tanky. It's at 1 now. 1 Monster Reborn. You can cut this out if you like. You could also cut down Nimble Beaver if you want to make it more competitive. You cut the Nimble Beaver or to either 2 or take it out all in general. But Monster Reborn is a great extender. Sometimes I won't have, you know, another level 2. I'll special summon, another Nimble Beaver just to go into rank 2. I think Monster Reborn is a great extender for the deck. And then 1 Duster, because if we get Mystic Mind, we're not going to be able to activate Calantosa, so we definitely going to want to have the Duster just in case for that. 1 Call By, because we do rely on not getting hit by Ash, you know, with a lot of cards we have, even though we can bait it out. And then we have triple, for our hand traps, we have triple Ash and Imperm, because they're both just great cards for the current meta at the moment. So yeah, you can always adjust as you like. You know, you can cut the Monster Reborn if you want. You can cut down the Nimble Beaver to 2. You can cut down the Puppy down to 2 and Calantosa leave it at 3, or cut it 2 and cut, like I said earlier before. Anyways, to the extra deck, we play Double Omen. Omen is Omen, you know, and with as much as we banish and we will be able to search, we can basically search our entire deck with this card besides like Alpha. Like we're always going to have at least like 4 banish or 3 banish, you know, and a lot of our starters are like level 2s. So it's going to help us search for basically anything, which means you could also, if you want, run DD Crow if you really want to wreck some graveyards, if that's what your current like locals are heavy on. But I don't run the DD Crow, but DD Crow is searchable on the deck if you like. The Rugal, a single Rugal, just in case I just have to end on something with like a Link 3, it's there. You could also play, if you like, Access Code. I don't play Access Code in here. Once again, I'm not, you know, this is not a very competitive build. The single Farajit, 1 is good for me. Dragon Lord. The Samorg, Doom Eagle, a great target if you just basically just want to go with 3 and then disrupt Reborn's graveyard. The Zeus, because Zeus is Zeus, you know, I mean, Zeus is just Zeus. So, and then the Joyous Melffys. The way we're going to go into Zeus is we're going to go into it with Joyous Melffys. We can detach material and attack directly with Melffy cards, including himself. So we can attack directly for 2k, and then overlay into Zeus for 2 material. Yes, if you wanted to, you could play the Centurion, the Sky Centurion, and then play Downer for a 4 material Zeus, but I just didn't feel like going that route. Yeah, you know, I'm playing the Zeus in here, you know, even though it's a more casual build, but I don't feel like having the 4 material. You can easily do it if you like. We play double the Melffy Forest to search out our Melffy cards, 1 Nat Beast, and double the Herald of the Arclight. If you wanted to play the Downerd and the Sky Centurion to make a 4 material Zeus instead of 2 material Zeus, you can easily just cut out one of the Heralds, and then you can cut out either a Doom Eagle or the Shirag. So it's up to you, and then that way you can add in your Downerd, and then you can add in also your Sky Centurion, and then if you like, you can take out your Joyous Melffys and then add in Access Code Talker if you like. One thing about I think I was gonna say again. Oh yeah, Joyous Melffys. So remember that it can tag out. There's no point in running more than 1 because it can tag out. If you have a Calantosa in your grave, you can easily special summon it 2 Calantosas, gets not once per turn, swap it out, and then pop 2 cards on the field. So just something that you can do as a play. And that's it for the deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys like the deck. Give some feedback or tips that you guys think will be improve the deck from what I have or what you plan on doing. And that's it. Deuces. What's up, everyone? We're back with a little tidbit at the end. I actually forgot to record the combo portion of the video along with the first part, so I had to do a little extra recording here to record a combo. So in this case, this is a typical play. The deck is pretty consistent, but it's a typical play you can basically do with the deck. So in this case, we have either Fractal or Tanky in our hand, and we have any level 2 at all, any. So it can be, you know, a brick. In this case, we're going to do, it can be a Calantosa. You know, typically it's something we don't want to see in our hand, but hey, we can still make plays even with things in our hand that we don't want in our hand. So let's go ahead and go with the combo. I'm going to first normal summon Calantosa, then I'll activate Tanky, searching out Fractal, activate Fractal after it goes in my hand, pitching it to Foolish Burial. We're going to Foolish Burial Kit. Kit will activate the Foolish Burial again. We'll Foolish Burial our Nerval. Nerval activate effect to search. We're going to search out our Karas. Now, we're bound to have something in our hand to pitch, so we're going to activate its effect to pitch any kind of Tri-type to special summon itself. So we'll pretend this is another Tri-type in the graveyard. We'll special summon this. We can activate its effect to banish 3. We are going to banish these 3, let's just say. And if you are, though, going to banish, I recommend probably leaving a level 2 in the grave. So let's just say whatever this was, you know, we can pitch that. Remember, we play Monster Reborn, so we kind of want to keep our grave available just in case we want to extend it later on or bring something out. But anyways, so we have our special summon. We're going ahead and link. So we're going to link for our Samorg. Alright, and then after that, we have 2 level 2s on the field, which is sweet. So we're going to go ahead and make these. We're not going to waste a pointer from Samorg, so we're going to go ahead and go right here with Melffy the Forest. Typically go all the way in the far end, but hey, it is what it is. Activate the effect. We're going to detach material. To search, we're going to head and search our puppy. And then end phase, we're going to activate Samorg, special summoning Apex. We're also going to activate puppy as well, special summoning itself. And here's our board. So we have a pop with Calantosa later on. We have an Omni-Negate. We got protection from targeting with Samorg. And we have a effect negation and preventing attack with Melffy the Forest, and that's basically if all we drew was a brick and Tanky. So let's just say we have something like a Caddy, you know, in our hand. Now Caddy will activate, you know, and then we can special summon that too. You know, if we had Rescue Cat, we have our Nat Beast, and we just kind of move forward from there. And I mean, ideally, this is like a great. This is like almost a perfect board. I mean, technically, we could have the Imperm set, we could have more, but this is ideally like a really good board for the deck, you know. And from there, you just follow the combos that I showed you guys earlier, the little small little tidbit combos, and that's basically it. Peace.